Opened back in 2003. Have a look at the Lincoln Financial Field, where 70,000 are rocking and ready to go in Philadelphia. Coming up, an important divisional round matchup in the NFC between the Chicago Bears and the Philadelphia Eagles. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you look at this Eagles team as they enter play here. They've certainly found their groove of late, winners of 5 in a row.
And I think the sky's the limit for this team. They're playing the best football that they've played in a long time.
Meanwhile, for our visitors, the Bears. And I don't think from what we saw down on the field before the game, there's any doubt they're ready to roll.
They passed the eye test, don't they? This team looks fired up and ready to play.
Two spots in the NFC title game awaits the winner here as we're underway in the divisional round of the NFL playoffs. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. So here are the Bears now for their opening drive. They'll be led out by a first-round pick back in 2021 from Ohio State. It's Justin Fields.
And it wasn't really his best performance of the year in the wild card round last week. He just had the one touchdown pass, but he got the job done and his team advanced. For them to continue on to the championship round, though, he's going to need to take a few more chances with the ball downfield, push it a little bit more, and make sure his team finds its way into the end zone a few more times.
He'll wind up getting a yard on the game's first play at second down.
Let's just make this one succinct. Nice job there. All 11 guys on defense diagnosing the jet sweep and putting it down.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. They will run for the first time with David Montgomery. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. Throwing on third down, Fields. And that nearly an opening drive INT, but it does fall incomplete. Not the way he wanted to start this ball game as it brings up 4th down. Unable to corral him. He fights through. They'll score that a 36-yard punt. So now here comes the Eagles offense as they get ready to take over. And trotting out there, their tall quarterbacks standing at 6'5".
And he more than did his part in the wild card win with 3 touchdown passes. Now, he's going to get a bigger test here in round 2. But his unit is in rhythm, and they're playing as well as they have all year long. I wouldn't be surprised if this defense, though, tried to get after him early with a little extra pressure. If he can handle that, he can have another big game, though.
A throw left side to start out. That's complete. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down. Miles Sanders, first carry of the game. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. Now they're going to be dealing with a 3rd and 7. Is that one officially a loss of 1?
Well, that was not what you would call straight line pursuit for a middle linebacker to make this play. He's got to work his way through the clutter to get to the ball carrier on the outside, and he does exactly that. That's called avoiding the trash.
The Bears bring out an extra defender in the secondary now for 3rd down. Back to throw. Wallace. Open man, that's Devontae Smith. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up the first down.
So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 down at the 31. Looking to throw. Wallace. That's complete. Terry McLaurin with it. And he'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line.
One of the feature points of the in route is being able to make a nice throw to the middle part of the field. And for a quarterback, that's one of the better throws and better looks that he'll get. But he has to be careful not to wait too long and let his receiver wander into some tough territory. If he's late with the ball, he can get his receiver hit and hit hard.
Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. He's going to drop this down to Sanders. And the Eagles are going to be set up with a 1st and goal coming up as they get him down at the 6-yard line. Back to throw again. And they're going to get him. They bring him down to the sack back at the 16-yard line. Eddie Goldman forced his way through, drops him for a loss of 10 yards. 1st and goal looked like things were set up nicely, and now all of a sudden on 2nd and goal, Charles, a big challenge ahead of them.
And you have to know when you're this close to the goal line, things are going to happen faster, so you've got to get the ball out quick. Not going to have much time in the pocket before the defenders bring pressure.
1st down, a bit of a disaster, and now on 2nd and goal, back even further. Operating from the gun, Wallace. And that's going to be caught for an Eagles touchdown. A great play there. There to make the grab. And the Eagles are on the board first here in this division round matchup. Well, these guys have won 3 straight ball games and another good start to this one out to the 6-0 lead.
And I've talked with so many different coaches, as have you along the way, and they always talk about winning streaks and the mood of a team and how much easier it is to actually prepare during that time. Guys are sharp, guys are focused, everyone's feeling good, and we're seeing it early in this one.
Extra point by Bass, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. So that winds up a 7-play drive all told. The result, Philadelphia in the end zone. And there will not be a return here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 25-yard line. Chicago works their way back onto the field here for their 2nd drive of the game. They trail here early in this division round game as they seek a spot in the NFC title bout. On 1st down, it's Fields. He'll leave it for Montgomery complete. So no gain on the play, and that'll make it 2nd and 10. To throw is Fields. Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack. Call it a loss of 5, a big sack to bring up 3rd down. So now following the sack, Fields and the Bears looking at 3rd down and long. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. This one swung out to Montgomery. Gets through, and now an opening. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. It's a pickup of 13, but they're still a bit short, and it'll be 4th down. Now on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. Fair catch called for and made right at the 25-yard line. 37 yards on the punt with no return. So back onto the field, here come the Eagles for their 2nd drive. And coming up on their 2nd drive of the game, had the touchdown last time out. Now they have the football back. Chance to really seize early momentum.
Feels to me like they had a really excellent week of practice. It all came together, but I'll bet you it got galvanized in the locker room and pregame. Somehow I think the head coach, his oratorical skills were on point.
Back to throw. Wallace. Throw to the right here, taken in by McLaurin. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the 1st quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. 1st quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to put that 1st downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. Looking to throw. Wallace. And he will be hit from behind and run over. Wow. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack.
I thought there at the end he may have had a chance to release that, but that pocket closed a little too quickly, and down he went.
Yeah, he was certainly trying to do everything he could to extend the life of the play, probably counting in his head 1, 2, and then he ran out of time.
On 4th down, J.K. Scott ready to punt it away. "51 yards on the punt there. And the Bears take over. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. And incomplete, he dropped it. Maybe a rookie mistake there. 2nd down. On 2nd down, it's Montgomery. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Now after the running play, we've got a man down on the field. We'll check on his status when we get back. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. A shotgun snap, Fields. That's caught by Montgomery. And that'll be good for 8 yards to the 45. On 2nd down, Montgomery. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play, and now they're faced with a 3rd and 1. Fields to throw on 3rd and 1. Eagle pressure, too much this time. Down he goes. It's a loss of 10 on the sack, and it leads to 4th.
And this is what you've got to do against a quarterback like him. You've got to keep him in the pocket and not let him get to the perimeter, because once he gets outside, that's where he can really hurt you.
Here's Michael Pilardi now as he's on to punt for Chicago. And he's getting a workout here in this first quarter as he gets it away. So possession goes over here on the punt. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Here's the Philadelphia offensive unit now as they head out to take over possession. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. To throw on 2nd down, Wallace is going to fire one deep over the middle. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
Well, you've got a receiver here who's got 1 touchdown already in this first quarter, and they were trying to double his pleasure there, wanting to continue to go to the guys already gotten into the end zone. But good coverage and make sure that this time it fell incomplete.
And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. Now 2nd quarter action from Philadelphia, and it's the Eagles in possession as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Back to throw. Wallace. Hit as he throws there. Incomplete. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. From the gun, Wallace. Under pressure, and down he goes. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack.
So, Charles, no turnovers yet for this offense, but those sacks now, they're starting to pile up.
And one thing usually leads to another because they've got to figure out how the offensive line and everyone else involved in protection can keep their quarterback upright and allow him a chance to throw the ball downfield.
The Eagles on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and a mile. Slings this deep from McLaurin. It got his man complete. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Terry McLaurin, 76 yards. And the Eagles add on to their lead.
Well, sometimes you just got to marvel at how these guys can throw the football. He gave that everything he had, and it was right on the money.
Yeah, I'm really not sure what was more impressive about that throw. Was it the distance travel or the accuracy involved? Because I'm going to tell you straight up, when you're trying to hit a guy in stride that far downfield, there's nothing easy about it. But he sure made it look easy there.
Extra point by Bass, up and good.
And it's now 14-0. A drive that time of 6 plays. And it was capped off by an Eagles touchdown.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. This one fielded at the 5. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line.
And now the Bears coming out as they get ready. They trail early on the road in the playoffs. Not a great combination as they've got it 1st and 10.
Fields now to throw. He'll get that complete to his tight end, Cole Kmet.
Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
Nice rhythm throw there on 1st down. He located his tight end, made it a nice, easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. On 2nd down now, it's Montgomery. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there.
On 1st and 10, here's Fields.
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. There'll be a loss of 7 on the sack, and it brings up 2nd.
These sacks now, they're starting to pile up, Charles. And that front 7 defensively, they've had their way with this offensive line.
And I think at this stage, we have to start thinking about different play calls. We've got to start helping this quarterback out because the entire game he's been under siege. I don't care what the down and distance. They've got to get the ball out of his hands a lot quicker.
Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Another try after the first down sack.
Fields.
And that's incomplete.
So many times we've seen him try to escape the pocket and do something with his legs, but in this case, the pressure was too intense and he made the wise choice to just get rid of the football and make sure no one was going to get it.
Now a shot taken on 3rd down, but it's going to wind up incomplete. Here's Michael Pilardi now as he's on to punt for the 4th time tonight. Returnable for Grant. Stiff-armed him. And now off to the races down the right side. Touchdown, Philadelphia.
When you got a guy that fast back there to receive punts, that's a nightmare for the guy game planning, the special teams coach. It's also a nightmare for the punter. Sometimes they get so nervous that they miss hit the ball and kick it right to him.
Bass on for the extra point.
And it is now 21-0. It's no secret. That's why they have him return punts. He has the capability to take them back, and he did so there. So after surrendering the punt return for a score, let's see what they can do in turn on this kickoff.
Fielded right around the 8. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here, or this one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
They'll contain him to just 4. Second down. Here's Fields. And he's got his man on the out route. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. A give to Montgomery out of the gun. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's second down. Coming up on a 2nd and 6. Fields. Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack. It'll be a loss of only a couple on the sack, but now it'll bring up 3rd down.
Like the footwork back there, I thought he did a pretty good job of evading that first wave of players. Tried to buy a little extra time out of the pocket, but in the end, oh, that was a tough one.
Yeah, winds up getting buried for the loss. The Bears on 3rd down. Not good. 0 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. Now Fields. Escaping the pressure right. And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage. 5 yards that time out of the scramble. But now they're looking at a 4th down situation. And the punter's on the sideline. Here's the field goal unit now to try an exceptionally long one. Oh, they pitch to the tight end. It's a fake. They're not going to get it. They try to move the chains with a surprise, but it's a turnover on downs. They try the fake field goal. It doesn't work out. And this defense is going to get the football back near midfield, right at the 48. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And they had to go a long way on their last drive to score the touchdown. This time they get at least a little bit more of a cushion with field position.
I have to think that with this field position, after what they did on the last drive, they might want to take a shot right now and try and cut down the length of the drive.
Give them 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. Looking to throw. Wallace. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And this is caught. Touchdown, Philadelphia. A big play there with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Eagles continue to show why it pays to play at home in the postseason as they add on to their lead. Tyler Bass now for the point after. It's good, and they stretch their lead to 28-0 now. Pretty clean and simple there. Just 2 plays. The long pass resulting in the touchdown on play number 2. On the return, here's a speedy Jamison Crowder. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. David Montgomery ready to take the field for the Bears' next possession. He's been good. They've utilized him well, but they're losing here in the 2nd quarter. What might they change offensively?
I think that what you try and do is expand how you get the ball to him a little bit. Get him out in open space, maybe swing the ball to him. What's that they used to call it in the West Coast offense?
Nowhere for Fields to turn, and down he goes. It'll be a loss of 10, and it'll bring up 2nd.
But Charles, this has been something to watch so far. This is where you really feel for a quarterback. He's been running for his life in this first half.
Brandon, that's 5 sacks already, so you know he's got to be saying, can we get some more guys in here to block, please? Because if we don't, we're going to need another quarterback.
Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle. From the gun, it's a give to Montgomery. And he'll go down right on the edge of the red zone following a pickup of about 7 or 8.
That was a good run, and it got to the second level. And what I mean by that is that's where the linebackers usually play. First level being the defensive front, last level being the secondary. But the strong safety position ended up making the tackle. And oftentimes we call them a hybrid. Combination defensive back, combination linebacker. We saw the linebacker make the stop.
This offense has definitely been slow getting out of the gate. It's almost like they missed their wake-up call for this one. No points on their first 2 possessions, and now it's looking like none on this one either.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. Fielded at about the 28. Now it appears we're going to get whistles and a stop, a man down on the return. While he gets attended to, we'll step aside. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They are just putting things together so well here, drive after drive. They really have captured the momentum, haven't they?
They've taken momentum and pretty much not just given them a jersey, but a seat on the bench as well. Whatever do you need, you've got it, because the way they're stringing things together and creating that distance between them and their opponent is really hard to narrow that gap. And the other part is they're taking their spirit away from them, too.
Yeah, now they're just looking to add to that total. We remind you, as we've done all year, that coming up at halftime, we will visit with Jonathan Coachman standing by in Orlando. He'll let you know what's going on here on a very eventful divisional round weekend. Now here's a throw right side, taken in by his tight end. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. And with that completion, he's now north of 200 yards here in the first half. Boy, a tough start for the secondary defensively.
It is, and it's got to put a dent in their confidence. And, you know, you always want to keep that up and feel like you can always bounce back after plays. But with the kind of numbers he's putting up here, it's starting to wear on them a little bit, I think. So they're looking at each other and trying to figure out what defense will work and how can they play better without getting...
And that's going to be caught for an Eagles touchdown. Terry McLaurin with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Eagles are able to widen their lead here in this first half.
So this now 34-0 with the extra point pending. And Charles, I thought these guys might have the advantage coming in, but I didn't expect this.
Well, I'm glad we're going with full transparency here, because I didn't either. I thought we might be looking at a 24-20 type game, maybe 13-10 at the half. But this has been total, utter domination.
Here's Bass now for the extra point.
And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. So that drive, 4 plays. The result, Philadelphia in the end zone. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. Takes it at the 7. And he won't quite make it to the 25. The Chicago offense set to get started. And in a spot like this, still more than a minute, I think if you put something on the board before halftime, that would go a long way towards helping them get back into the game.
There actually is something to the psychology of the game at times, isn't there? How much better would they feel running into the locker room, as you noted, with something on the board in a positive fashion? You're exactly right. It's a great opportunity to get that done.
Now you've got to hustle your guys to the line and get them set. Now a throw here to his running back. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Now a timeout called for by the offense, as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. Now a first down throw, Fields. toward the right sideline, but it's incomplete.
So much of his game is focus and concentration. And whenever I see guys running the in route, I know that in the back of their mind, they're always wondering who's lurking inside that might put a big hit on them as they try and catch the ball.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10.
Fields. And this is taken in by Darnell Mooney.
And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds.
Now that's the kind of big play you'd like to see. This first half, it hasn't gone their way, and they could use a shot in the arm, something to perk them up a bit. And they get one here in the passing game.
On 1st down, Fields.
On the catch, it's Crowder. And he's got this down to the 35. Now the Bears going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half.
To the air again, Fields.
He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone.
And this ball incomplete. Looked very much to be a catchable ball. He could not hang on. 2nd down coming up.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10.
Fields. This ball tipped, and it's going to be incomplete. Fortunate maybe to get that back. It's 3rd down.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have him looking at 3rd and 10.
Back to throw. Fields.
Looking for Crowder, and it's intercepted. Picked up by one Thornhill.
And the Eagles force the turnover, and they'll take over at the 10.
Well, it's a cold night, and whether you're a quarterback that wears a glove on his throwing hand or not, that ball is a rock, Brandon. You've got to really drive it through the cold and the wind, or it can take off on you. And that may have been what happened there.
Well, the Eagles going to get one final possession in this first half. And with a huge lead already, they may be thinking, hey, our job's complete for these first 2 quarters. Let's get this to the locker room.
And just 25 seconds to go in the half now as they've got it 1st and 10. Middle of the field, he's got McLaurin.
And he will have a first down here as they get into field goal range, down just shy of the 20.
They'll run on 1st down. It's Sanders, and he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down. So we've come upon halftime here in this NFC divisional round matchup as we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, this is the 2nd of 4 games this weekend as we narrow the field down to the 4 teams who will meet in the league championship games next Sunday. We'll get back out to you guys in just a moment. But first, let's take...
All right, hang on. We'll jump over halftime.
Moving on, let's take a look at the next-gen stats in that first half for the Bears. And they will need to get this passing game in gear because they did not do much of anything in that first half. And it's why the scoreline is what it is.
Out come the Eagles now as he'll go on offense first here in the 3rd quarter.
And they've been the better of the 2 teams through 2 quarters of play, much to the chagrin of this home crowd.
Yeah, this score is a surprise to a lot of folks at home, although not to my dad. He predicted the visitors would win. And maybe to the folks in the stadium, but you know who is not a surprise to, partner? This team with the football. They were very confident coming in.
A good gain on 1st has him set up with 2nd and just a couple of inches now from the 29. They'll go again with Sanders. And he'll be stopped right at midfield.
40 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries.
We don't talk about it very often, but sometimes there's a dip in intensity when you start the second half, which can manifest itself in some sloppy tackling. And how about right there? He ran right through that weak tackle attempt.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. Sanders here as they run out of the gun. And he's got some space here. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40.
That was good, tough running right up the middle. And if the defense can't penetrate and make him slow his pace or change direction, that's often the end result.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And this is caught. Touchdown. Terry McLaurin saving his best for the playoffs with his 3rd touchdown of the game.
And the Eagles have taken a 6-touchdown lead. Quite a show of arm strength right there. That was in the air for a long time, and it was on target, too.
And we often talk about hang time for punts, but in this case, we should probably calculate the hang time on that throw because that one hung up there for a long time and managed to keep going and going until it found its target.
And you get a look at the final readout on air distance according to Next Gen Stats. The extra point by Bass, up and good.
And it is 42-0.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away.
Now it's Crowder.
And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20.
So here are the Bears now as they get set for their first possession of the second half. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know what, a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down.
Here's Fields.
To the sideline, and it's caught, but boy, he's out of bounds. Well, they tried to get him into space coming out of the backfield, but it'll be 3rd down.
Now it's Fields. He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD, and that's because really there hasn't been many. This defense has been all over him.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to someone around the NFL, they all say the exact same thing. They're so fundamentally sound, it's hard to execute against them.
And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. They'll keep pounding here with Montgomery. And this time not as successful as he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more.
Throwing on 3rd down, Fields.
And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. Fletcher Cox in there to get him. And that is the 6th time that they have sacked him tonight.
It's been a tough football game long for this offensive line. They're already down big. And now you know they're just going to come after the quarterback in a big way, don't you?
They just can't get out of their own way right now. It's created an avalanche, and an avalanche is coming right on top of them. On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. And that one hits a little too close to the goal line, and it continues into the end zone for a touchback.
Philadelphia's offense ready to give us another look.
And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Trucks over it. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line.
This is just more of the same. This defense has had no answer on a lot of these throws. They've let these receivers run wild, and here's another completion for good yardage.
Now left side, a completion to his tight end. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line. Tackled there. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Operating from the gun, Wallace. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a 1st down. Well done. Again, he'll drop to throw. Over the middle to Smith.
They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6. It's a second down run with Sanders. And he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18. Another run here with Sanders. And looking for a lane, but none to be found for Sanders as they stop him short of the line to gain. Nothing doing on that one, and it'll be 4th down. Going for it with Sanders. And he'll have the first down, getting this one to the 14-yard line. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. Back to throw. Wallace. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Smith. 2nd and 5 from the 8. Looking to throw. Wallace. He'll be hit and taken down at the 21. Jalen Ferguson able to run him down for a loss of 12 that time.
Well, nothing takes a start to have a good drive quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
No, now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
Open man, he's got him. That's Smith for the Philadelphia touchdown. Devontae Smith there to make the grab. And the Eagles are pouring it on. Extra point by Bass, up and good. And the lead will swell by 1 more. So that one a pretty time-consuming 10-play drive. And it was capped off by an Eagles touchdown. Here comes Montgomery now to return it. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. Here's the Chicago offense coming back out onto the field. They've got to dig down deep. I mean, they need something right now, really anything to cling on to. This offense has struggled.
Partner, join me in a walk to their locker room at the half, okay? Because I think what we would have seen is an offensive coordinator and his assistant coaches getting together with all their positions, then coming together as a group, going over adjustments, and then the head coach coming in and just screaming, wake up.
Yeah.
Let's get moving, guys.
I'm kind of glad we weren't in there halftime, actually.
I mean, you think you might have turned it on us, too?
Yeah, but right now, whatever was said hasn't been working. Eagle pressure, too much this time. Down he goes. It'll go as a loss of about 6, and now it brings up 3rd. And that sack, Charles, just looked like a case where a speedy defensive end is a little bit quicker than the offensive tackle.
Yeah, it makes it difficult for a tackle to determine what exactly to do. Do you do the kick slide and try and get back in the pocket and meet him there? Do you meet him on the line of scrimmage where they call a quick set? In any event, right now, he's having his troubles.
So now following the sack, Fields and the Bears looking at 3rd down and long. From the gun on 3rd down, Fields. He's got a man here. It's Montgomery. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. A big connection on that one. 34 yards. Every defensive staff harps on limiting explosive plays. Job not so well done there.
Yeah, they talk about it all the time. A lot harder to stop, though, isn't it? And when you think of an explosive play, most offensive staffs define them as passes of 20 or more yards and runs of 15 or more yards.
They went zooming past that number there. 1 quarter remains for a trip to the NFC title game. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. And welcome back. We are in the city of brotherly love, Philadelphia. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the 4th quarter. A very one-sided affair. Forced out to his left. Now this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down. From the 35 on 2nd down. Fields flush to his right. And Fields going to have the first down before sliding to a hold to avoid the contact. Fields on 1st down.
being chased out left. And he'll take this beyond the line of scrimmage as he slides to a hole. From the 25 on second down. Fields, he finds his man, complete. That's Castillo. And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 15-yard line.
Well, this game is certainly pretty well over. They can go ahead and mark it in the win column. But as a defense, they don't want to get so soft now that everybody just throws the ball all over the place against them, gets big yardage, and puts points on the board. They have pride, too, on that side of the ball.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. He'll leave it for Montgomery, complete. Touchdown, Bears! David Montgomery, a 15-yard touchdown grab.
And the Bears are finally on the board here in the fourth quarter.
So they will get on the scoreboard here. Give them credit for that. Too little, too late, but no zero. Oh, you're going slow clap on me.
Not very nice, is it?
No, but they haven't been very nice on offense. It's been a struggle. Gonzalez able to tack on the PAT as they make the score just a slight bit more respectable here in the final quarter of play. Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away. The return man is Grant.
And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21.
The Eagles offense back out onto the field.
They have all but booked their ticket to the NFC Championship game next weekend, and they'll look to finish things off here now in this fourth quarter.
They start on the ground here at Sanders. Up past the 25 to the 26, a gain of 5. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Another run with Sanders. And powering through at the 35.
And this is going to be an Eagles first down as he's got this past the 35 to about the 37.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Shotgun snap and then the give to Sanders. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. I think that's Mack who's still down. Yeah, it is. Mack apparently shaken up there. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. They'll run. It's Sanders. And he'll muscle his way up to the 43 for a pickup of right around 5.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
The Eagles on 3rd down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This is 3rd and 4. Back to throw. Wallace.
Oh, into a sea of defenders have intercepted.
He's picked off at his own 47. And he's able to get it back to the 33-yard line. Well, this D, particularly the secondary, has been picked apart at points here tonight. They finally, though, get to the quarterback, get a pick.
And we know this about him. He loves night games, loves the spotlight, loves being the center of attention. I will bet you that he ran off the field almost chuckling to himself. They finally got one. They finally got me.
Let's go. Let's go. You gonna see me in your nightmare, son. You gonna see me in your...
On 1st down, it's Fields.
Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call. They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty.
A shotgun snap, Fields.
That is incomplete. Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
And he will slide down with a good gain. Good yardage there on the scramble, and all of a sudden they're left with a 3rd and 2, much more manageable. The Bears on 3rd down, just a 20% success rate at 2 of 10. This time they face a 3rd and 2. Oh, they would have got the conversion if he could hold on. Instead, the drop means it'll be 4th down. Gonzalez's kick is good. And they'll get back 3, but this remains a large deficit.
Well, he was a spectator for much of this game. This is his first field goal opportunity of the entire contest, but he's able to connect.
Yeah, he had a pretty good seat to this one, didn't he? But let's face it, all kickers that you and I know, they want to contribute. They want their opportunity, and he seized his.
And he's going to be out of bounds here right at the 20-yard line. Philadelphia getting set to take the field. This ball game certainly has gotten a little out of hand. This is normally when they say you got to fill. This is fill time for guys like you and I. But, yeah, to be frank, just a dominating performance. Really impressive what we've seen.
It is, and I'm glad that you went in that direction because otherwise we're going to have to talk about the museum tour we took yesterday.
Which was also impressive.
Which was also very impressive. But this game, how they've done it, offense, defense, special teams, they put it all together. And I got to tell you, I am beyond impressed by what I've seen from this team.
There he goes, left side. Past the 20. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Miles Sanders, 78 yards. And the Eagles are moving closer to a date now in the NFC Championship game as they're able to extend this fourth-quarter lead. Extra point by Bass, up and good. And that will extend this big lead. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. Their hopes of advancing past this divisional round hanging by a thread, if that, as they begin here with a 1st and 10 on the wrong side of the scoreboard. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there at 2nd down. To throw is Fields. Looking for Crowder, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Vontae Maddox. And the Eagles are going to take over a couple of yards shy of midfield. So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10. Just shy of midfield at the 48. It'll be Sanders to begin the drive. Fights loose. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40. 171 yards rushing for him now in the ball game as he is trying to will his guys to the championship round next weekend. Now a carry for Sanders. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. Here's 2nd and a yard. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Eagle football here as we get you reset. And they have just about put this one on ice as they've got it here 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, it's Sanders. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old-school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw it through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. They'll run with Sanders. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and that'll bring up a 2nd and just about a few inches here.
Here's Sanders. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. And they have secured a spot in the conference championship, and now you can start to smell it at this point in the season, can't you?
You really can, because the focus has been one game at a time, not looking ahead. But when you get to the conference championship game and you